Deep in the heart of South America lies a place so vast it creates its own weather and hides more secrets than any jungle on Earth. The Amazon rainforest, the green lungs of our planet, a realm of endless life, an unimaginable danger. Beneath its emerald canopy, creatures beyond imagination roam. Rivers twist like living veins, and ancient mysteries whisper through the mist. Here, nature doesn't play by our rules, it writes its own. The Amazon isn't just a forest, it's an entire world. Stretching across 9 countries, it covers more than 2 million square miles of raw, untamed life. From the edges of the Andes to the mouth of the Atlantic, it breathes through more than 390 billion trees, each one part of a living system older than civilization itself. It's home to over 16,000 species of trees, and scientists believe there are still millions of plants and animals yet to be discovered, hidden under the green veil, waiting for someone brave enough to find them. Step inside, and it feels endless. Every sound, every shadow, every heartbeat echoes with the rhythm of something ancient, something that's been watching long before we ever arrived. But this isn't just a local wonder. It's the beating heart of our planet. The Amazon produces nearly 1/5 of the world's oxygen, pulling carbon from the atmosphere and breathing life into everything around it. At its core flows the mighty Amazon River, a liquid highway stretching over 4,000 miles, carrying more water than any river on Earth. Its waters run thick with life, from the silent glide of pink river dolphins to the sharp flash of piranha scales beneath the surface. Every year, this colossal river carries so much silt and sediment that it stains the Atlantic Ocean brown for hundreds of miles, a visible scar of the rainforest's power. This river doesn't just shape the land, it shapes the world's climate, the weather, even the air we breathe. And yet, within its depths, there are still places no human has ever seen. The deeper you venture into the Amazon, the air itself begins to change. It thickens, heavy with moisture and the scent of earth and life. Each breath feels dense, humid, as if you're inhaling the forest's heartbeat. Rain is not a visitor here, it's a constant companion. Clouds form daily above the endless green, their bellies bursting with water drawn from the trees themselves. When the downpour comes, it's deafening, a wall of sound that drowns out thought and time. Rivers swell, the ground becomes a mirror, and everything, from leaf to root to living creature, drinks deeply. Some parts of this jungle receive over 100 inches of rain every year. The air rarely drops below full saturation, and the humidity can feel like a weight pressing against your skin. It's an environment that breeds life at an impossible scale. And yet, it also hides danger in every drop. Insects hum in such numbers, they form their own weather. Mosquitoes swarm in clouds thick enough to blur the horizon. Frogs the size of your fingernail sing from the canopy. And somewhere beneath it all, unseen and eternal, the forest breathes, a wet, living engine that never truly sleeps. Here, even the rain has a rhythm, and it's been falling for millions of years. In a world where almost everything hunts and everything hides, one creature has claimed its throne. Silent, patient, and unmatched. The anaconda. To the people of the Amazon, it is not just an animal. It's a spirit, a legend woven into every river and whispered through every village. They call it the Mother of Waters, the Guardian of the Deep. And for good reason. A full-grown green anaconda can exceed 20 feet in length, and some say over 30, thicker than a man's torso, heavier than a motorcycle. It moves with ghost-like precision, sliding through black water without a sound, its eyes and nostrils just above the surface, watching. When prey approaches, a capybara, a caiman, sometimes even a deer, it strikes with explosive force. No venom, no fangs, only raw muscle. In seconds, its coils tighten, crushing bone and halting breath. The jungle falls quiet, and the water ripples with the end of another story. Locals speak of anacondas so vast that boats have been overturned, entire horses dragged beneath the current. Scientists remain skeptical, yet they admit no camera has ever captured the true limit of this serpent's size. Perhaps that's how the Amazon prefers it, its greatest secrets guarded by a creature as ancient and merciless as the jungle itself. But the rivers of the Amazon have more than one predator. Beneath their surface, where the water turns brown and murky, another legend moves in silence, smaller, faster, and infinitely more ruthless. The piranha. Say the name, and people imagine a frenzy of teeth, a boiling cauldron of red water, skeletons left bare in seconds. It's an image born of fear, and not entirely false. These fish are compact powerhouses, their bodies built for speed and precision, their teeth interlocking like blades in a saw. A single black piranha can clamp down with a force 30 times its own body weight, enough to bite clean through bone. And when blood touches the current, something primal awakens. Dozens, sometimes hundreds, converge in a frenzy, their movements so fast they blur into a single living storm. In moments, they can strip flesh from bone, a feeding ritual as efficient as it is horrifying. Yet outside that chaos, the piranha is misunderstood. Many species are calm, even shy, feeding on fruit, plants, and fallen seeds that drift along the river's surface. They are not monsters, they are balance, scavengers that keep the waters clean and the ecosystem alive. Still, one truth remains unshakable. In the Amazon, respect is the line between survival and disappearance. Because here, even the smallest fish carries the spirit of the jungle's fury, silent, swift, and unstoppable. In the tangled waterways of the Amazon, where the sunlight barely touches the murky depths, there exists a creature that commands electricity itself, a living battery armed with enough voltage to stun a man or kill. The electric eel. Despite its name, it's not truly an eel, but a knife fish, a sleek, muscular hunter that can reach up to 8 feet long and deliver shocks of over 600 volts. Imagine the jolt of an entire power outlet coursing through the water. That's the eel's weapon, and its world is a network of living wires. It uses this power to sense its surroundings, to navigate the pitch-black waters where eyes fail and light never reaches. When it hunts, the eel releases short bursts of electricity, stunning fish or even small mammals before swallowing them whole. Local stories tell of men and horses knocked unconscious after stepping into shallow waters, their hearts stopped mid-beat by the forest's invisible current. Inside its body, thousands of electric cells, called electrocytes, store and release charges like organic batteries, each one firing in perfect unison. It's a design nature engineered long before humanity discovered electricity, a glimpse into a power we still barely understand. Here in the Amazon, even the water itself can turn against you. But not every terror in the Amazon hides beneath the water. Some drift through the night sky on silent wings, small, almost delicate, but with a hunger that defies their size. The vampire bat. Weighing no more than a handful of coins, these nocturnal predators are masters of precision. Under cover of darkness, they glide soundlessly through the humid air, landing on sleeping animals. Cattle, horses, sometimes even humans. With razor-sharp teeth, they make a tiny incision, so small the victim rarely stirs. Then, using their tongue, they lap the blood as it flows, kept liquid by a special enzyme in their saliva that stops it from clotting. To most, that sounds horrifying. But within that same enzyme lies a medical miracle, a natural anticoagulant scientists have used to develop treatments for strokes and heart disease. It's the Amazon's cruel paradox. In its most frightening creatures, it hides the power to heal. Still, these bats are far from harmless. A single bite can carry deadly viruses like rabies, spreading silently across remote villages and livestock herds. To survive here, humans have learned an ancient lesson: that in the Amazon, beauty and danger are always one and the same. Even the gentlest flutter of wings can mark the presence of death. Yet for all its beasts, the Amazon's greatest mystery may not crawl, swim, or fly, but walk on 2 feet. Hidden deep within the endless green are people untouched by time. Tribes who have never seen a city, never heard an engine, never spoken a word of any language beyond their own. They are the invisible guardians of the forest, living proof that parts of our planet remain truly wild. Anthropologists believe more than 100 uncontacted tribes still dwell here, scattered across remote regions of Brazil, Peru, and Ecuador. Their worlds are built from what the jungle provides: weapons carved from bone and bamboo, homes woven from palm leaves, food gathered from rivers and trees. To them, outsiders are not explorers, but invaders. When helicopters fly overhead or drones buzz through the canopy, they vanish like ghosts, and they have every reason to. Contact often brings disease, invisible enemies that wipe out entire communities within weeks. So, governments and scientists now protect these regions with strict laws, studying from afar through satellite images and long-range lenses. To look upon these people is to gaze into our own past, a reminder of what humanity once was and what the Amazon still guards fiercely. Because somewhere, beyond the rivers and vines, life continues as it did thousands of years ago, untouched, unseen, and unbroken. Beneath the jungle's surface, far below the twisting roots and roaring rivers, lies a secret that rewrote what we thought we knew about the Amazon. It's called the Hamza River, a hidden world of flowing water, buried nearly 4 kilometers underground. Discovered only in 2011, scientists first noticed it not through sight, but through sound. Subtle, seismic waves rippling beneath Brazil's surface, hinting at something colossal below. The Hamza stretches almost as long as the Amazon River itself, nearly 3,700 miles, but it moves slowly, like an underground tide, flowing quietly beneath the basin. At some points, it spans over 200 miles wide enough to swallow entire countries within its shadow. Yet no one has ever seen it directly. Its existence is traced only through instruments, whispers of movement beneath the crust, a reminder that even in the age of satellites and science, the Earth still keeps its secrets close. Some researchers believe life may thrive down there, microbial organisms adapted to total darkness, pressure, and isolation. Others think it might connect to deeper aquifers, feeding unseen ecosystems beneath the forest floor. Whatever truth lies beneath, the Hamza River is a ghost, a reminder that the Amazon's mysteries don't end at the water's edge. They run far deeper than we've ever imagined. And while the underground hides its secrets in silence, one river on the surface screams its presence to the world. Locals call it Shanay-Timpishka, the boiling river of the Amazon, a place where the water is so hot it can kill anything that dares to fall in. For centuries, it was dismissed as myth, the kind of story whispered by tribes to scare wanderers away. But in the depths of Peru, explorers found it, and it was very real. Stretching for nearly 4 miles, this mysterious river reaches temperatures close to boiling, hot enough to cook fish alive, to melt the skin from bone. Steam rises from its surface like the breath of a sleeping giant, curling through the rainforest canopy in shimmering waves. And yet, there are no volcanoes nearby, no geothermal vents to explain its fury. The river's heat comes from deep within the earth itself, drawn up through fault lines, a phenomenon still barely understood. For the local Ashaninka people, this river is sacred, a place of spirits, a reminder that nature is not to be conquered, only respected. The few who have tried to explore its full length tell of the smell of sulfur in the air, the hiss of water like boiling oil, and the haunting silence that follows. It is a living paradox, both breathtaking and deadly, as if the planet itself were reminding us of its power. In the Amazon, even water can burn. But not all of the Amazon's mysteries are born of nature. Some were built by hands long vanished, swallowed whole by the jungle. For centuries, explorers believed the rainforest had never been home to great civilizations, claiming the soil was too poor to sustain cities. They were wrong. Beneath the canopy, hidden under centuries of roots and vines, lie the remnants of roads, canals, and vast settlements. A forgotten world, rediscovered by modern technology. Using LiDAR scanning, a laser system that pierces through trees, archaeologists have revealed the outlines of immense networks, plazas, pyramids, ceremonial mounds, and straight roads stretching for miles. In Bolivia, the ancient Casarabe culture thrived here between 600 and 1,500 years ago, shaping the land with geometric precision. Their cities were connected by causeways and waterways, a civilization perfectly adapted to the flooding rhythms of the forest. When European explorers first arrived, disease and conquest erased what remained, leaving only myth, tales of lost golden cities hidden in the trees. Now, piece by piece, science is proving those stories true. The Amazon was never empty. It was alive, shaped by people who understood it, worshipped it, and eventually disappeared into it. The jungle grew back over their homes, their temples, their roads, until the earth itself reclaimed their memory. And today, as satellites map the canopy and archaeologists uncover patterns of ancient life, one truth becomes clear. The Amazon has never been a wilderness untouched by man. It's a living museum, and we're only just beginning to read its pages. But for all its beauty, the Amazon is fragile, a masterpiece balanced on the edge of collapse. It doesn't just live off rain, it creates it. Each leaf, each tree exhales moisture into the sky, building clouds that drift and fall again as endless storms. It is the world's largest natural recycling system, the forest breathing life back into itself. Yet even this miracle has limits. Longer dry seasons, spreading wildfires, and rising temperatures are testing the rainforest's endurance. Deforestation has cut deep scars through the green expanse. Billions of trees gone, taking with them the oxygen, the rain, and the creatures that depend on them. And with every acre lost, the system weakens. Scientists warn that if destruction continues, the Amazon could reach a tipping point where the forest can no longer make its own rain. The lungs of the earth could dry, turning from a sanctuary of life into a wasteland of dust. Even the rain that does fall is changing. When forest fires rage, when volcanoes erupt thousands of miles away, the air fills with acid, droplets that corrode soil, weaken trees, and alter the balance of everything that grows. And yet somehow, the Amazon still fights back. New trees rise where old ones fall, rivers shift and carve new paths, and life finds a way to adapt. The jungle endures, but for how much longer? If the Amazon falls silent, the entire planet will hear the echo. And so, the mystery remains. A living world older than history, larger than imagination, and more powerful than any force we've yet understood. The Amazon is not just a forest. It is a universe within itself, a place where the past, the present, and the unknown are all woven into one endless green heartbeat. Its creatures defy logic. Its rivers run above and below the earth. Its people live as living echoes of an age we've forgotten. It is beautiful, brutal, and alive in ways we're only beginning to see. The deeper we explore, the more we realize the Amazon doesn't reveal its secrets easily. It guards them, waiting for those who approach with respect, not conquest. And maybe that's the greatest mystery of all. Not what hides within the jungle, but how much of it we still have left to protect. So tell me, which mystery of the Amazon amazes you the most? Because this story isn't over. It's only just beginning. And somewhere, beyond the mist and the roar of the rain, the jungle is still watching, waiting, and breathing. You've just scratched the surface. Tap subscribe, and let's keep chasing the questions that make the world so strange and fascinating.